The Chino Hills High School basketball team is famous for featuring the Ball Brothers. Of course, we all know Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo. But one former teammate recently completed his freshman season at USC, and he will soon find himself as an NBA lottery pick this summer. On today's video, I'm going to tell you all about Onyeka Okongwu and explain why he'll be the best pro to come from that dominant Chino Hills team. Hey guys, this is Troy, host of the Half Court Report YouTube channel. Real quick, if you like the NBA, would love for you to subscribe to this channel. Hey, it's the lockdown. You got nothing else to do, right? We've got new, fresh content coming at you all the time. Also, hit me up on Twitter at Half Court Report. This is the first video of, I hope to be many, that I'm going to be doing involving the upcoming NBA draft and the prospects related to that draft. So this video is all about one and done University of Southern California standout, Onyeka Okongwu. That's kind of a hard name to remember, to pronounce. I'm going to try to get it right as much as I can throughout this video. So Okongwu was born in Los Angeles. He first caught the eye of recruiters when he was a freshman for Chino Hills High School. And on that Chino Hills High School team, that was the one that won 3 state titles and also included current New Orleans Pelicans guard Lonzo Ball and his 2 younger brothers, LiAngelo, who has played in the G League and overseas, and also LaMelo, who is also expected to be one of the top picks in the upcoming draft. So while Okongwu wasn't too much in the spotlight like the Ball brothers were, and of course LeVar, he was still a huge part of that team. He was their defensive menace, he was a rim runner, and he was a shot blocker. Also, while at Chino Hills, Okongwu was the National Freshman of the Year and back-to-back California Mr. Basketball, which is basically the best boys player in the state. Okongwu completed his senior year in 2019 with averages of 27 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 blocks per game. Pretty impressive. And he was also ranked as a top 20 high school player by ESPN. That helped him get noticed in a big way. For the 2019-2020 basketball season, Okongwu picked what he called his dream school, USC, University of Southern California, over schools like UCLA and Arizona State. So he was dominant at the NCAA level from the very beginning. His debut stat line, 20 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 blocks. That's unreal. Okongwu ended the season with averages of 16.2 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks per game. He also ranked 5th among other major draft prospects in PER, player efficiency rating. And through all that, USC finished the season at 22-9, so pretty good record as well. Not surprisingly, Okongwu recently declared for the NBA draft, and considering his high ceiling and what I would say, and what most would say, a weaker than usual draft class, I think he has the potential to be not only the best big man from this class, but to be one of the best players overall from this class. So let me give you a little bit of a background on Okongwu's strengths and weaknesses, and then I'm going to offer some NBA comparisons. I'm going to tell you where I think he could be drafted and what can be expected from his rookie year. So at about 6'8", 6'9", 240 pounds, this is a big guy, and he loves to play down low. He loves to take his shots close to the hoop. He almost shot 62% from the field in his one season at USC. He's not a stretch big at all right now by any means. He only took 4 3-pointers his entire college career, and he made only 1 of them. So he has shot well from the line, though, over 70%, so that bodes well. His shot isn't broken. I think it's something he can develop over the next few years. I think he's a little bit undersized, but you've heard analysts before say that he plays bigger than what he is. We've always heard people say that about players. That's the case for Onyeka Okongwu as well. He's not the type of player who is just going to look to get his on offense and not try on defense, just the opposite. He is a legitimate defensive presence not only in a team setting, but also as a one-on-one defender. He has a 7'2" wingspan, and remember earlier I said that he averaged almost 3 blocks per game. Well, even though the block rate for college players doesn't always translate to the NBA, I think he's got those strong defensive fundamentals. So I don't think that's going to be as big of an issue for him. When you combine his already advanced defensive play with his low post game, I think this is a player that could, maybe from day one, even start on an up-and-coming team that already has an established guy at the center spot. And I'm going to get to some of those teams that I think might work for him here in just a second. For Okongwu's weaknesses, the biggest thing that he'll need to work on in the coming years is expanding his offensive game. Another thing that he can't really change that's also a weakness is his size. Even though he does play bigger than what he is, he's still a little bit undersized for that power forward and center spot. That's not going to be something he's going to be able to do anything about, but by expanding that offensive game, it does make him more than just a player who has to shoot it from 10 feet from the basket and potentially get blocked a lot. I also think his foul rate wasn't a problem at USC. He only fouled out 3 times, but that's always an adjustment for rookies in the NBA, especially when you're looking at raw big men. He'll need to learn to defend without fouling, or else that's really going to keep him off the floor. Finally, I'd like to see him expand his playmaking ability. That includes passing. I'd like to see him get other teammates involved a little bit more. In terms of the type of player that he reminds people of, I've seen comparisons to Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat, John Collins of the Atlanta Hawks, Montrezl Harrell of the Clippers. Those are 3 big ones. I see Bam as the absolute best case scenario for Okongwu. If he can become the kind of point center that Bam is, then he's going to be really dangerous because then he'll have that passing, he'll have that rebounding, he'll have the defense, and he can just play inside. Another name I'd like to throw out for comparison also is Brandon Clark of the Memphis Grizzlies. Clark is an above-the-rim player like Okongwu. Seeing Okongwu just throw down all these hard dunks when I was watching clips of him reminds me of things that Clark would do when he was at Gonzaga and also things that he would do his rookie year. Clark, like Okongwu, fairly undersized, but also has a high basketball IQ. He was another guy who had really strong advanced metrics in college. He's also got good field goal percentage, good rebound rate. I mean, everything's lining up. Good block rate, strong defensive versatility. So I think maybe a poor man's Brandon Clark his rookie year would be something that Okongwu could strive to be. So let's look at teams that may be a good fit for Onyeka Okongwu. I don't see him as a top 5 pick, but mid to late lottery I think is definitely within range, and I think where he will get picked. I look at a team like Minnesota, and I see a good front court fit with Karl Anthony Towns. Okongwu and Towns could make a nice little inside-outside combo because Towns likes to shoot a lot of threes. Okongwu could also help to offset some of Towns' defensive liabilities. Then you've got a really good core with LiAngelo Russell at the point, Malik Beasley, who really came on since the trade from Denver. I think they'll re-sign him at their scoring guard. Maybe Jarrett Culver improves enough in the offseason to show him something to where they can reliably start him at the 3 spot. Then you've got Cat and Okongwu potentially up front. Definitely that's an option for Minnesota if their pick falls down into the lottery a little bit. I also like him on the Suns. I do wonder if he and Ayton would clog the paint too much. Of course, Ayton becoming a better defender, but maybe Ayton and Okongwu could become a good defensive combo down the line. Rubio, who they have at point, he can set him up for easy buckets. Devin Booker spreads the floor, scores a lot. It could also help if Ayton or Okongwu works on extending their shooting range. Finally, I picked the Spurs. I really like Okongwu's fit in San Antonio. He is a player that really fits their mold as somebody who is going to work hard, who's going to play defense. The coaching staff has always had a reputation for developing players. They haven't officially blown it up yet. I think that's only a matter of time. Okongwu could be the first of many steps in a rebuild. In terms of what we can expect for Okongwu's rookie year, we're going to be seeing a lot of growing pains, as we often do with young bigs, but there's also going to be a game every now and then where you see what he does and you're like, okay, wow, the potential is really evident with this kid. I would be surprised if he starts right away, but I see him as a player who could be a starter by the end of the year. Looking at comparable players, I would consider Okongwu's rookie year a success if he averages about 20 minutes per game, 8 points per game, and about 5 rebounds a game, maybe about a block and a half too. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. What type of player do you think Onyeka Okongwu is going to be? And I think I got his name right every time this video. Don't quote me on that though. I'm going to be doing more videos just like this, previewing guys who are entering the draft, so be sure and look for those. Also, would mean so much if you would like this video, and please consider subscribing to this channel as well. I'll have another video coming out very soon. So until then, my name is Troy. This is the Half Court Report, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, one more thing. Here's some more videos to check out on the Half Court Report channel. I hope you like them, and thanks for watching.